What's up, YouTube fam? It's Sparky617 here, and today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Now, this is a game I've wanted to play for years. I have never played the Stanley Parable before, so we are completely new to this. The experience will be entirely unique because, you know, I'm not going to know what's happening. We are going to sit here and do this in one long stretch. That way you guys don't have to wait for different parts. I figured let's just do the whole game in one stretch. So if you guys do enjoy that, hit the like button. Let me know in the comments, and we could do some more, videos where we just play the entire game. That way you don't have to wait for parts. But other than that, guys, let's jump in to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
That's indoctrination.
Stanley was happy.
That's boring.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Wow, this is actually beautiful. This sounds like a crazy job, sitting and getting one order, like, 24/7. I could never. I worked in a call center once. It was not very pleasant. It was a very short time. It was for the hospital that I still currently work at, but I just didn't do the actual hands-on medical stuff yet, which I do now. And it was like that. The phone would ring, and as soon as you would hang up, it would ring immediately. There was no gap in when it would ring. So that was pretty rough. It doesn't look like we can
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So the meeting room... Where would the meeting room be? I hate Mondays.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Who farted? Right, I mean, this place is just deserted. Like, entirely. Reminds me of, like, a CSGO map. Okay. Where? Oh, is this the meeting room? No, this is more people's desks. What the hell?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, listen.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Okay. This guy's pretty passive-aggressive. Right? Don't you think? I mean, it's kind of rude, dude. This looks like a meeting room to me. But clearly it's not.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I don't. We're entering the right side. We have to. We have to do it.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, see? I just want to admire the employee lounge. Precisely. Oh, wait, hold on. There's something on that monitor. I can't make it out. Alright, where's the lounge at? Come on now. With this guy being so passive-aggressive, we have to...
Yes,
not.
truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, does that mean there's another door we could take? That's sketchy, dude. Alright, we're gonna do it. We're going this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I also feel pretty short. Like, I can barely see over this desk. Alright, this is a warehouse, it appears. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. It will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift is 5,000. Oh, wait, can we go in this door? Oh, we need a key card. We don't have a key card. And we also can't jump.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Employees should never, under any circumstances, attempt to what? Attempt to we don't know. Alright. No? So we have to redeem ourselves by going through here. It's literally our only option is to walk through this door. Maybe this will put us on the right track with the narrator. Maybe this will make him happy. I hope so. Because right now he doesn't seem very, thrilled. Wait, this is just darkness. Well, here goes nothing. Oh,
That's her,
there's a
Stanley.
singular...
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
What if we don't?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Oh shit, we broke the fourth wall.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Wait, what? Dude's gonna tutorialize
Choice.
me?
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read.
What?
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What? Wait, what?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And
Probably
finally,
more.
if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
I mean,
At
it's
this
true.
time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
I mean,
Welcome
it
back.
is.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Oh,
But
shit.
not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay, so we're going back the way we came. Can we go in this door now? No, so I guess we go back.
Now that we know your choices
cargo
are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Damn, they really did block me. I got an achievement for it. So we have to go all the way back? Huh. I wonder if it would have actually continued if we just had answered the phone. Not gonna do it. We're gonna be a rebel this whole game. We're not gonna listen to what the story tells us. Not at all.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm doing the right again.
No! Why did you do that?
Oh,
Quickly,
shit.
hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, we can't. Oh, distorting reality, though. That's pretty lit. Come on. Do it. Let me in. Let me in the door. Okay. Whatever. Fine. It's identical? Maybe? I don't know. Oh my gosh, that's... Look at that. That's pretty bright.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
No. Oh shit. Well, what is happening? I don't understand. Oh. Oh, this is... Oh. This is not good, dude.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Wait, what?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're going right again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh, shit.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
One more time. One more time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So we're gonna have to play this game again so we can get another ending. I'm assuming. Right? Oh, the narrator didn't even talk this time. Oh, wow.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Well, we have to do left
means
now.
Choosing responsibly
It's our only option.
always putting the story
I thought maybe it would give
first.
us an
I'm quite sure
achievement
you'll be
if
up to
we
the task.
went to the right.
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
He entered the door on his
entered the
left. I
door
get
on
it.
his
I get it.
left.
I heard you. I just didn't obey you. I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like it. I felt like being a rebel. See, it looks exactly the same as
Yet
it did.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passively, aggressively on other coworkers. Resent them for not supporting you. Make sure your side has a thick blue. Oh my gosh. This is wild. Can you actually read those? I'm sure you could, but it's very small. Okay. Can't go in the broom closet. I'm gonna try and disobey literally everything.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
See, I wish we could go down. But we can't. Whoa. What the hell is this? Is this his office? We just changed from a bland-ass office to this? This is beautiful. What is that? The beige pages. Okay, what is this one? Business time. Our hostile takeovers, the new biannual percentage. All right, let's go in the boss's office. This is wild.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was
space.
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Okay. Well, I'm speaking it.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115.
Night
He
Shark
spoke it into the
115.
receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. I can't.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
No.
Please speak the code into the receiver.
Listen, the
Otherwise
fucking
we
thing
can't get
doesn't
on with
work.
the
It's
story.
broken.
This is a crucial step.
Okay, well, fix your machine then. It's not, dude, it's not working. Just open the door.
Fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Because I didn't. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Whoa.
entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
What?
Stanley, this is important. The story
What?
needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as
Okay.
you need.
Sorry, Leroy. What? You're joking.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. So we deadass have to go again? Waiting input. Wait, can we... Input received. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. We can actually click them. Hold on. Does that mean we can do something with these computers? Oh, dude.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, I got locked out of my office. Huh. So we can use them, it just doesn't do anything. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Are we gonna do the right door again?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Are we gonna do it?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, let's do the door on
And
his
so
left.
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope. We push the big red button. Obviously, red means push, right? Anytime you see a red button.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Ah, we can't.
Oh, no,
Oh.
it's to the right, my mistake.
What? Don't do that to me, fam.
No,
What?
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, through the big garage door? Really? Whoa.
No!
Let's just take a second
No. This
to
isn't
admire
right
this.
at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
What? Oh my lord, you're joking, dude. How many times can we do this story?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can't turn it off this time. It won't let me. It let me turn that one off. Oh, that one's not input receiving anymore. Okay, let's follow instructions this time. I like to keep disobeying them.
Wait, what?
Oh.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh. We're obviously going the way that we haven't been able to go before. Let's check it out. This is a maze, dude. Whoa. This is wild. This is actually pretty freaking cool.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh my god. He literally is going to keep resetting.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I feel like we're going to get a different ending, and we're going to get like a very bad ending or something.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
What?
It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I feel like I'm going to get a bad ending, if that's possible. This is really good. Okay, there's an open door there.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
What?
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. I suppose we can retrace our steps. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Yay. We won.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people
Aw.
win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart.
We've restarted already. Oh, shit. Oh, the adventure. He put an adventure line in.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Trademark.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Hold on. I want to keep turning off these computers. I don't know if it means anything. Yes, I know we're not following the line. That's the idea.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh, we have to. He's done with our shit. He said, nah, fam, we ain't doing your shit again. Man. Somebody's playing solitaire here. Oh, I can't turn this one off. There's tax invoice. We're gonna go any way that we can that's not the line, though. We definitely have to.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh my gosh. I'm literally following the line. This is a bit much. Get the zigzag. Okay, this music's a bit much, dude. What the hell? This is like some adventure music. Monthly ledgers, corporate imbalances, financial records, annual reviews, consolidation reports, departmental accounts, personnel files, and budget analysis.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Alright, we've memorized it. I know exactly what it looks like. I could literally draw it now. From memory.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Whoa. Dude, this is like screwing with my mind. What? This is crazy. What? Wait a minute. Okay, well, this door has never been opened before, right? Wait, which door is it? Oh my god, now I'm lost. This way has not been opened before. Has it? I don't even remember.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after
Where's
everything
our
we've been
number?
through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
What? Oh god.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh, okay. What office was this? 437?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
It looks like freaking tan walls. That's what our story looks like now.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I'm acknowledging it. I'm gonna follow the line. I may be doing this completely, like, it doesn't matter, but I want to follow the line. Like, literally exactly.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
What if I
which
don't?
means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
What?
So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our
Since before it was
destiny
left, now it's right.
awaits.
Whoa. You've been playing
Hold up,
for
what's this?
17 minutes.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Stanley dies.
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be.
Oh, it says the
I
game
don't want it
restarts
to
on
be.
its own.
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
It doesn't matter.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know.
Find a bookstore?
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh. Shit. That was a bit abrupt.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
His
Stanley
memory.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
going
Stanley
right.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We're doing it. Oh shit. We're a rebel,
The
dude.
lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper. Something darker.
This is different.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Not doing it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh my gosh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
I
a
like how
memo.
it kind of restarts, but doesn't exactly. Like, it will change the wording somewhat.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle.
Huh. Yeah, so it changes.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We're still not doing it. We're gonna take the platform
Stanley
again.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I thought maybe we'd get an
Look,
achievement
Stanley,
for jumping
I think perhaps
off.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Oh.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Wait a minute.
Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? What? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Which is the door on the left.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Oh.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope. Blue
I
door.
still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
The blue door. This one's blue.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This
Oh.
already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay, I actually want to do this one this time.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
By me not
Well,
following directions?
It's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
What? Is this real? Did you know that 21.3% of players skip the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. How long does it take you to get the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. You were objectively 9,328th out of 9,328th. Okay. So this is not real, right? Oh, and 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. This is my superior. A dead rat. Okay. Fair enough.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Can you actually hold the button for 4 hours?
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh.
Aha! Fascinating.
Is this
what do you
Firewatch?
think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What
That's
is
the
our
Firewatch
motivation?
logo, right?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
I've never played it.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay. Let's boogie. Ooh, this is also the same tower as the Fears to Fathom. And there was like the little wood shack right there and the little outhouse. Or Porta-John, I'm pretty sure it was.
No, it can't be.
Wow.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing, that big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here.
No.
Let's find another game.
No.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
We have to play this.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Rocket League? Oh my
Wonderful.
god.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Hold on, there's a hole.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must.
Do a
Okay,
touchdown.
Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
This thing would crush us in an instant, dude. Oh. Whoa, we're fast now. Alright, let's go for the... Let's be on the blue team. Because he wanted us to walk through the red door, and we walked through the blue door, so let's be on the blue team.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Oh. Whoa. That's a lot. That's a lot of balls. Oof. See, I should think about sentences before I say them.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end.
There's
This
scoreboard?
is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Wait, what? Am I just abandoned here? Well, you can't do this to me. Am I supposed to walk in the goal and down the hole? The hole that the balls fall into? That might be what we're supposed to do.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Indeed. Whoa.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Wow. This is interesting. Okay. You know what? I'm down for this. I can't see anything. Well, we've just plummeted. Oh. This is a ratchet office. It's also got pretty bad flat textures. So the narrator can't follow us here? Oh, there's a light. Well, I mean, there's lights everywhere, but this light is turned on. Wait, 425? We're 427, right? 4, 5, 6, 427. Ah, yeah, I was right. Whoa, look at my shit now. Dude, this is baller. Dude, this is the desk I want. Oh, but it didn't matter? Oh, what? What
I
happened?
wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
What? Do I walk? Oh, there we go. I think I had to walk a little bit. Oh,
All of
we're
his
back.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, okay. This is cool. I really, really like this.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
And we'll see if
just
the
to
employee
admire it.
lounge dialogue changes again.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
Coffee nut? Nice.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, we're not doing it again. No, let's do it, but let's go down the elevator.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope. We're going down here.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's...
So it seems like it's a
left.
repeat of the game, but it's really not.
Oh, no, it's to
Because
the
it
right.
changes
My
every
mistake.
time. I forgot about that.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Server room, or monitor room.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding?
I want to find 427.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Oh, there was
How
4,
about,
2,
rather
5,
than
and
waste
6.
my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the
there.
game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm?
There it is.
Okay.
I found it.
From the top.
Right there. It was in the center of the screen. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, so it really is interesting that if you're not paying
When Stanley-
attention, you won't
Wait.
realize.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
What if we go the correct way? Through the door on the left that he wants us to take. They're all linked together in the end. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what way I choose. Choice is an illusion. The choice was an illusion the whole time. Yeah, it really is. Oh. It's not. Wait.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Oh, it was.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
This is how
Perhaps he
you
had simply missed
save on a
memo.
budget for voice acting, right? This is definitely how you save on that. Oh shit.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Perfect. Are we gonna have to redo the line? Like, there's an open door in there, but you can't use it.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Whoa.
Now
Oh, yeah,
this-
this is this.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay.
You see?
We
the
can
line
do that.
knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh. Interesting.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you start... Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I mean, I love how he talks to the line like it's sentient.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could
Alright,
you
so
have
our
done
number
this to
is
us?
right.
And after we trusted
I'm
you,
going to use this
after
point
everything we've been
on the
through,
edge of the guardrail to show our
I can't
number.
take this anymore. To hell with it.
Right,
Restart.
right there. There's 426. It was right below it.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. Into office 437.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
All right.
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay. Here we are.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I'm
gonna actually walk in circles this time.
Lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
Does
And
it even
that,
matter?
in turn, means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the
What if
right
we go in the
door
reverse?
lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct
I'm
one.
actually getting dizzy in
Another
real life.
victory
Okay,
for
I gotta
logic.
stop that.
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending.
So it
You're
restarted.
telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Whoa. That sounded weird on my speakers.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Which we precisely did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Down is open now. Oh yeah, we're going down. This hasn't been opened before.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished?
This reminds me of the game that we
He
played.
was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
Horror
maybe
game,
I am
just recently.
crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Maybe the doors don't shut
So he
anymore?
closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Well, that didn't work.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Nice.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh, I thought it would show her running. That would have been funny. Here we are again.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Oh.
This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I
changed
got
mindset.
what I wanted. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're gonna follow it this time. We're gonna follow the directions.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We're doing it. We're following it this time.
Staring
Whoa,
into his manager's
this
office,
is different.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Camera.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
It's like a movie set. And we keep wandering out back of the movie set. Oh boy. This is creepy. Can you imagine the boss actually has this in his office?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Now this floor looks nice.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Whoa. What do we do? Do we do it? Or do we go, or do we escape? Let's do it. Let's go for it right now. We said we would follow the instruction. Yeah, somebody's watching. Ah. Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Wow.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. Yes, I do. See, I'm glad we went in here. Now we get to see the monitor, more of the monitor room.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Hey, there's
Each
ours.
bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Nice. Some of them are broken, though.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Well, I assume so.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So I'm assuming we go to the power facility? Maybe turn off the power? Mind control. Wait, why does this have a button in 5? I don't know what the button 5 does. System power. Oh.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
There we go.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He
Really,
had
though?
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And
Is
yet,
it though?
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Oh, I have to wait for it.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
This is
It
beautiful.
was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin,
I
the
lost
feeling
control.
of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I'm happy. Well, beat the game. Achievement unlocked. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It said we beat the game, but it didn't end. Oh. Is it a lie? Do we actually beat the game again? Maybe? Oh, okay, so if I pause the game, it says resume the game or begin the game again. So we still haven't... Oh, we're still not done. Wait.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Oh. And there's no narrator. Oh, and I have control of the doors. New content? Wait, what if we go to the old content?
When Stanley came to a set
Oh.
of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No! What have I done? What have I done to myself? Wait a minute.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and
So
got
we can
back
open
on
this now.
track.
Ah.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Can I open this one? I can. Yes! Oh, shoot. This is definitely... See? I didn't walk in the one that said new content. It's still new content. Tall building. Wait, what? And see what happens. Now, I'm not doing any cuts in this video, but I did make a little cut because that was rough. Okay, we just have to go to the boss's office. Wait, what does that door say? Executive bathroom? Whoa. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a lovely purse. What? Okay. We're locked in here.
Stepping into his manager's office,
Oh, I don't remember the
Stanley
code.
was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Now, hold
What
on.
could it mean? Stanley wondered
5842.
aloud to nobody. He began
Hold on.
wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Oh my
Of
god, I
course,
had the numbers
Stanley
right.
couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing
had the
random
numbers,
buttons
dude.
on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Now we have to go down again. Very well. We shall go down again. This is a very, very long playthrough, but I like it. I really actually like this a lot.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Do I do it again? Let's escape this time.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Dude,
The door
are we actually
behind
making
him was
progress?
not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. Bring it. Bring it. Do it. Yeet. Oh, whoa. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I can move.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his
Oh.
demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Wait.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief
Oh.
and shallow life.
I thought I clicked the
Farewell,
button because I
Stanley.
was clicking at it. Well, goodbye. Oh,
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
oh. But that didn't happen. Haha.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Whoa.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yeah, there is no path. Whoa. That's kind of cool. Wow, so there never was an intended path to begin with. I do want to stand here. Here's the credits for the creators. So, if you want to pause and read that, these guys made an awesome game. I'm not sure. I don't think this is the actual end. This can't be the actual end. Right? No? Yes? Let's see. Oh, okay. So there's the different tones. So this is just all the artwork in the game? Wait, Warzone? Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Whoa, that's kind of cool. It would be cool if they... Oh, look at the money. Welcome back, employee 427. It would be cool if they put it in there as a gag. Narrator emails. What was that? Dear narrator, appreciate the previous Stanley game. This work of art and standalone title. I appreciate the credit given to the art, which is why I'm eager to see... Oh, okay. Will Stanley Parable have infinite quests? How many endings? Is he really going to let me go shopping? Will I have a fine selection? How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What is the difference between a duck? A duck and what? So are those actual real emails that the developers have received? Also, the lounge was blue. Oh, an early version of the lounge. In a previous choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Whoa. Yeah, so look at that. Interesting. And then what is this? Zending levers? Wait, what the hell is that? Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. The game is now paused. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized that this is what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Monitor room, elevator.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Is this gonna end it? Yep.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen
Whoa.
to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
I'm not doing it.
You do choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Not doing it. Oh my god, no way.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's no way. Let's go this way this time.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
Wow, this is really interesting. So I still haven't even ended? Oh, is this like a Disney World ride when they just ride you through? I mean, this is like...
and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
So I'm wondering if this is real or not. This game
Okay,
is...
so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Game screws with your mind. So much that you really have no...
Is it broken? What's going
Yeah.
on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Watch us just eternally ride up this brick elevator.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
Oh, I can jump now. Wait, we can jump now? Wow, let's do it. I am mashing the spacebar. Oh no! Wait a minute. Did we have the option to save our jumps? And we could have used them in the game.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
No way!
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it.
Well,
I'm ready.
thank
for
you for
whatever
playing
it
the
is.
new content, or enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
No.
And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Just don't
No
restart the whole thing.
frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I didn't have a choice. So. Oh shit. Oh shit, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Wait, what if I don't? I'm gonna do it just because this is the first time we've actually used the crouch mechanic. Wait a minute, is this a freaking fan? Are we gonna die? No. The end is never the end is loading.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Whoa.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched?
Wow.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Now I set the real life time whenever I started playing this. It's now currently 9:56 a.m. And I loaded up the game once just to open it, and then I closed it out and I opened it a second time before I started this video, and it said thank you for setting the real time. But yeah, I put it on there, but I haven't seen the use for it yet. Huh. Don't play for 5 years? What? It's impossible to get this achievement. Are these all the same? Oh no, game innovation, debut game, story. Huh. I can't go to the bench. I want to go to the bench. Let me do it. Wait, what is this picture? Aww. Wait, this is... Well, damn, that's sad. Bring a tear to my eye. Little Stanley.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Oh. This is actually really cool. The original remake, Memory Zone Maintenance. Ah, can't do it. Of course. Let's begin again. Yeah, so this is... Wow. Is it like concept ideas? Hey, there's the little models. Huh. Interesting. Door's locked. So I never know, actually, your number is 29. So when is the end? Like, actually. Pairing snake oil salesman Rod?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Okay. Where do we go from here? Oh, can we now go through this door? Wait a minute. The serious room. Oh, that was the... Your number is 29? Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, what do we do?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Whoa.
What's this? What's down here? Oh, no.
Steam reviews?
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I hope it picks out the 1-star reviews.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Man, I wish it would have read the rest of it. I was gonna read it, but I didn't want to interrupt him. I love how all the recommended ones are blurred out.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
Okay, so don't play a linear game.
Well, to be honest, I had always
You like
thought of the
non-linear.
game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Huh?
Like I let these people down.
Aw.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Is this the last
What's
one?
this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Do I have to push it? Is there a do not skip button on the back? No. That would have been cool if there was.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time,
So it
at which
repeats?
time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah,
okay, so
blah,
we have
blah,
to.
blah, blah. We've eaten... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption,
Oh, that does
it's
work.
right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam
That's
works.
great. Cookie 9.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before
Living
I
in
went
their
about
head
this whole
rent-free.
exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but
shit.
they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to...
Uh-oh.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me
No.
describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest...
Oh my God, is he dead? Is he dead? Oh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
But
Clock.
they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the
Can't push
jokes?
it.
They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's...
Wait a minute.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the
Wait,
end.
how long can we listen to this?
Is never the end, is never the end.
Is it raining? Wait a minute, it's like raining, or there's water leaking. The room is falling into disrepair? Oh shit, yeah it is. There's still no door. Oh, we have to wait. Hey, it's sunshine. Huh. Interesting. Oh, look at that. So in real life, that's actually what would happen. So like, if humans like went away and disappeared, and we just left all of like the cities and everything, dude, nature would take over so quickly of everything. Oh shit, is the room gonna fill up? Oh no. Are we gonna get buried alive in this freaking dirt? Oh, is it gonna cover the skip button? No, nothing's gonna happen. Oh shit. The end is never the end. Oh shit, it's... Oh, no! Wait a minute. Hold on, let's do it again. Oh, we can't, it's broken. go backwards. Is there anything in the back? No. What? It was just one simple room. Are you serious? In the middle of a desert. How far does this journey? Oh. Guess that answered that question. Oh shit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, new content. All right.
Good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
So this is the new content. Oh my gosh. Dude, this game is awesome. This is so interesting. Wait, why can't I go that way? I guess it's the elevator.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley
Oh, we're going
Parable and
up
about
this-
how roundly
Which way did we go
disappointing
before?
this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Huh.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Wow. The
Calling
investor
it Stanley
showcase.
Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you
Just the
think?
two of us.
Ultra
Oh my
Deluxe?
god,
What does
no.
it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term
Is this an actual
franchising
announcement?
potential.
I love how they couldn't put the Apple logo. Is this like an actual announcement for the game? New hotness. That looks like Project Hospital type or Project Zomboid. Boring sections of the chart, cool red section of the chart. They're back. Can't read that. 2 times New Roman. Oh, it's the different fonts. 1 plus 1 is 2 minus 1 is 1 plus... Oh my gosh. Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. More TSP. What's that? Teaspoon? Win-win? Huh. Oh, there's the fern. Hey, it said it would be vitally important. Let's see the logo ideas. I think they should do thanks for attending my meeting. I think I like this. I like the basic one that they already have. The one that's on the big screen.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh, the prequel. 2 is the sequel. Oh. Huh. Wait, it says the Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2, is the sequel to the Stanley Parable, is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2. So which one's the prequel and which one's the sequel? Oh, I can't go that way. Valued investors, this way to the showcase floor, the show floor. New features. Oh, it's like you can get a picture with the sign. That's pretty cool. You know, I hope this is what they actually showed investors. Wouldn't that be great? Whoa, this is beautiful.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Merch. This t-shirt is the best new feature. I actually want that one. Office decorations, the Stanley Parable reassurance bucket, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Please no screenshots? Really?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one.
It's the same.
I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday. Does it say anything if we take a screenshot? Oh, we push. Happy 12th birthday, Stepnies. Let's do the get well soon.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, Stepniece, it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Pull lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps. It just works. Really? Oh my gosh. Dude, this is wild.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Oh, if we would have saved jumps. No jumps. Remaining player tiers. Oh, that would have been... Oh, that would have been cool to see. I wonder what would happen. Can you find them all? Oh shit. Okay, let's not go there yet. Infinite hole. It won't end. Let's go get the free achievement, if it actually even is a free achievement. Do we trust it? I don't know if we trust
here's something
this.
special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Could you imagine if you buy the second game that it gives you the achievement for the first game? That would be awesome. Wait, what is this? Nothingness. Okay. I didn't even see that the first way through. So I really want to know if this is actually... Like, if this is actually going to be...
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The second game. Or if this is just a complete joke. It just keeps going.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I wonder how long you can actually sit.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Huh. Interesting. We can't get to that door there. Nor can we get over there. So we have to go back. Okay. I don't remember what ones we didn't look at. Oh, the button that said consistent quality with just the right amount of change. Red is the new orange. Yeah, the player name.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, for the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful? Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then
Yes.
please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Oh my gosh. Too drained from this personal validation. I mean, hey, if you're gonna look for validation on anything that you do, finding...
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Validation in yourself is the best thing to do. Okay, so here's epilogue. Oh, the reassurance button. Hold on, we didn't go to the reassurance button. Bucket. I don't want to click epilogue until we check it all out. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing we haven't checked out. Oh, and we didn't go to the collectibles.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless
there.
despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Oh.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Let's do it.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Do I put it back or do I keep it? It'll probably take it from me at the door. Oh no, we're stuck with the bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay, collectibles. And then the epilogue. There was a big glowy circle thing.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Are they actually
God,
hidden
it really
around here?
is the worst when you collect everything in a video game, and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Okay. Settings World Champion. I can't go in there. Dude, this is wild. So we don't have the epilogue. We didn't go to the epilogue. But we also didn't go here. Oh, that was the epilogue. What? Wait a minute. It led to nothing. Wait a minute. I'm confused. Did we not check everything out? Do I go to the settings? I thought maybe we go to the exit. Okay, we got the jump circle of this mop. Well, I guess we didn't do office decorations. We looked at the merch. And this mop. Or this map. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. So, office decorations and then the exit is all we have left. No, we went through there. It didn't say anything about merch. Okay, so I guess we just use the exit. Where the hell is the exit again? I've lost it. Dude, I'm so lost. There it is. Okay. Whew! I think it's in here. Yeah, we've checked it all out. So, I also love how I can't drop this
All right.
bucket now.
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yes. Well, that's weird. So are we changing office numbers? Oh.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay. So.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
36.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Oh, shit. Give me the
Who am I
balloons.
kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect.
I
Go
liked the
ahead.
one he had.
Take a look.
What? No way. No freaking way! Holy shit! What is this?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month
But we
of
can
every
jump,
year. And
maybe?
although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk
my
and stepped out of his office.
No way. No freaking
All
way!
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Holy shit.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his
Where's the
left.
jumping circle? I want the jumping circle.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was with Stanley. Can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Okay. Sorry about that cut. Somebody rang my doorbell. I don't know what that means.
Okay, Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, let's go up to the boss's office. Here's the executive bathroom again. Ah!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
All right. Well, I'm not sure. Okay, we can't go in here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was
What
once
was
again
it?
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
I have the numbers right. I just can't remember the
But Stanley
order.
guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
No, considering I've done this before.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Perfect. So now we go down again. Again. Like we keep doing.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting
what if we
him,
didn't take the bucket?
reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The
That'd have been
bucket
an
is here
option?
for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Oh. Wait, we could go back up?
Stanley
we
and the bucket
find-
walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Let's do it again. Let's go in the mind control one. With the bucket.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Okay. I wonder if it'll be any different now that we have the bucket.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Where's our number? There it is, 427. So now it's like the bucket.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Okay. Let's see.
No! He screamed into the bucket.
Oh.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Wow. Huh.
But here was
And
the
here
proof.
we are again.
The heart of the operation.
I go up.
Controls labeled with emotions.
Yeah.
Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its
is this?
terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way.
Wait a
And the
minute.
bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
There's more buttons. There's one up here, but we can't get to the stairs. They won't open. The stairs simply won't open. Our only option is to go back to the facility power. Uh-oh.
When at
Okay.
last they came to the source of the room's power,
I'm pretty
Stanley
sure
and the
they're
bucket
backwards now.
knew it was
No, they're
their
not.
obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Let's do on.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
Uh-oh.
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Huh. Oh, it switches.
Stanley flipped through
Wait.
one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. So that's our ending. I'm gonna roll with that. We found birds, and we're happy. I'm gonna roll with that because I'm pretty sure we've went through a few endings unknowingly. I'm an idiot and I didn't realize. So we're gonna stick with this ending. We're happy because we saw birds. There was no real mind control. In the end, it was all just birds. So yeah, if you guys did like this and you like the long form videos, hit the like button. It really does help out a lot. Let me know down in the comments. These won't replace our regular videos by any means. This is just something that I'm trying out to play games that I want to play that are in my backlog that I've never played. And instead of just playing them, to go ahead and record them and put them up for you guys to see as well. I've also considered doing some with no commentary. That way, when my voice goes out, we have extra long, no commentary videos. So let me know down in the comments as well whether or not that'd be something you're interested in. But I really liked this. And, yeah, I don't know how many more endings there are. Apparently there's a lot. So if you want to see more of this and you want to see if we can get more endings, let me know that as well. If you're new, welcome onto the channel. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can see when I post a video or go live. Hit the like button. Helps out a lot. And, yeah, other than that, guys, have a great morning, have a great night, have a great evening, have a great afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you're at in the world. And I will see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did,
I wanted to see what the
it
pause
stopped
menu
shortly
looked like.
after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
So it is different now. It's the rain. Okay, we're gonna sit here and do this forever if I don't go. Goodbye.